What is a midlife crisis? A midlife crisis is an awareness of mortality that brings on changes in one's personality and lifestyle, and it can happen to both men and women. And why should you be concerned about a midlife crisis? A midlife crisis is more likely to happen during transition periods in a person's life. Big events like changing jobs, getting divorced, becoming an empty nester can all affect the likelihood of a midlife crisis. And midlife crises also happen when someone is not able to cope with these life transitions. Some characteristics of midlife transition is they happen to everybody, like they're normal things. They're just transitions in jobs, relationships, and it's how a person handles them that determines whether or not it becomes a midlife crisis. Midlife crisis, some characteristics of people who experience that are they are self-questioning, they're full of frantic energy, trying to figure out who they are and who they want to be. They daydream, they're irritable, they have persistent sadness, and sometimes they abuse alcohol. What variables contribute to a midlife crisis? The scientific view says that day-to-day stressors and overload stressors contribute to midlife crisis. Women and men experience midlife crisis differently. Women experience more crossover stressors, which are simultaneous demands from multiple domains like work and family, and they report higher levels of distress as a result. Socioeconomic status also makes a difference. People with higher education found that their stressors were less severe than those with lower education. In popular literature, they find that 3 things contribute to midlife crisis: debt, significant loss, and avoidant personality. Popular and scientific authors agree that socioeconomic status makes a difference and that men and women experience midlife crisis differently. They find that day-to-day activities give a better insight into whether or not a person will experience a midlife crisis. In popular literature, people don't look at the day-to-day activities and they just look at the big events. So some ways to prevent or cope with midlife crisis are to explore, accept, and share your feelings, allow yourself to reflect on your life, set goals and develop new hobbies, travel, volunteer, rekindle your relationship with your partner, get exercise, sleep, and good nutrition.